Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Last Epoch dev stream. I am your host, Mike, and I got a new shirt on today. That's right, my Ziz shirt showed up in the mail, and we're rocking it. Feels great. Yeah. So we're just gonna hop right in and start our usual stuff. You may notice that our charity has updated from for March here. So we're doing UNICEF, and we're doing them through a relief effort for the war that's going on. Help save some kids over there. And we're just gonna hop right back into the game. So if this is your first time here, for anyone that is here, I am one of the senior developers for Last Epoch, and we're just playing some of our game. And yeah, I'm leveling a druid here. Lone Star McFluffin coming in hot. Rating party of 16. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. And a resub for 10 months. That is fantastic. So as is customary here, all of our all the proceeds, everything we get from the stream goes directly to charity. And we started up some new things today. This is our first stream with it, and I'm still learning how some of it works, so we're getting into it. We got lots of people. We got Random Name X has got a resub for 8 months in a row. Heavy Gaming TV has resub for 10 months in a row. Let's go. All right, love it. So we've added a new just a straight donation button as well. If you don't want to do it through subs, if you just want to donate a straight amount, that goes directly to charity. All of it completely. And yeah, there's a charity button at the bottom of the page, and that just goes to the donation page. All of it is directly to charity, and charity must be the best. So yeah, welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a great time. Llama 8 is resub for 9 months in a row. All right, we got a whole bunch of regulars here. This is great. Yeah, so we're doing all of our charity streaming stuff, and then on top of this all, Last Epoch is going to match up to $10,000 for this month's charity. Everything that gets donated, we'll match it up to 10K. Yeah. Oh, the key, nice. Oh, that axe looks like a decent base. I should summon my bear here. So I get a special bear. I get a special bear. I don't think I get a special bear. Tons of stuff going on. If you have any questions for me, don't forget to @ Last Epoch Game in the chat, and I will try and answer those. I know there's a whole bunch there, and I'm going to get to them in a second here. Glad to have you with us. We are also streaming to Steam for the first time, so that was an adventure getting set up. But we're dual streaming to Twitch and Steam right now. So yeah, I don't know if I have a way to interact with that chat though. We do just have John's Anna Scott. I feel like I've butchered that horribly. There's probably a delineation somewhere. Anyways, we got a fresh sub here with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. Glad to have you with us. And we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's read some comments. Hi Mike, will Primalists ever get Healing Wind added into any of their skills as a sub-skill? It's possible. Healing Wind is actually the skill that is... It's a different named version of the skill that's cast by a Spriggan pet. So the Spriggan pet technically does cast Healing Wind. So it's already there, in a way. Alright. Will cheers also go towards Ukraine? Everything. Every single dollar that comes into the stream all goes to charity. I don't have the... I don't think the tracker will track all those things. I think the tracker will only show direct donations right now. I'd love to have it set up so that it tracked like the money value of all of those things, but right now I'm pretty sure it's just tracking straight donations. But all the money from the stream goes to charity, however it comes in. All right, Mike, you're going to add it something? Don't know what that is, I'm sorry. Dan Trim is the best paid stripper in the joint. Oh wait, that wasn't a question. Charity's a popular name, I think, for some places, you know? It could be it. Probably not, actually. Is Soul Gambler based on the Steam interactive graphic novel game from 2013? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what that is directly, but I would be surprised. It's possible. And we've got, wow, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got Ren Remix has used 100 bits to cheer 100. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. And Heavy has tipped $109.13. Thank you very much. Did that the tracker's so tiny on my little preview window. I'm just gonna assume it's working at this point. Let's just open the stream itself on another screen. Let's do that. Whoop. Yeah, it's updating. Woo! Nailed it. Gambler and Vaults go. I can't tell you what it is yet. There's whole posts set up for it. And if I'd spoiled it now, it would just be like, just ruin those, you know. I just can't do it. I'm also pumped on the shirt that I finally got going here. And we've got Lizard has come with a rating party of 34 people as well. Thank you. Welcome everyone from that stream. And Temeritus0815 has tipped $50. Thank you very much again there. And Heavy has used another 500 bits to cheer 100 5 times in a row. You guys are just, that's wonderful to see. I really appreciate everyone who's contributed already. That's fantastic. We've all got Random Remixes cheered 200 bits as well. This is fantastic. Just fantastic. Let's see if there's some more stuff here. I did come armed with a few little things today, so you know, there's some stuff, some bigger changes that you might not know about. Probably don't know about. Lone Star McFluffin has tipped $5 and says, I don't have much, but every little bit counts. It does, absolutely. And you double your money, because we'll donate $5 for you now too. So it's like you did 10. How cool is that? Dawnblade, that's a decent base. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. What are they? Yeah, the Gambling Vaults. The Gambling Vaults are the rewards for each of the 2 new dungeons that are coming. Which I do know you know, and I wish I could give you more detailed info for it, but it's all we got right now. Oh, it's this way. Sneaking up behind me. Alright. Patient infernal husk of the lizard. Yeah, that lizard, I'm taking you down. Mike, when are we going to get character screen rework? I need the number. Oh, characters. Yeah. So you said character screen rework, and I'm like, we just did that. Do you not like it? No. But the character sheet, this one, it is coming. It's not coming this patch actually. It's one of those things that other stuff keeps just taking priority over it, namely multiplayer. But yes, we are working on it. It is coming. Have no fear. What's the vaults? Come on, spill the beans. We need to know. I wish I could. I can't. Quiet. Good day, Mike. Hope all is well with you today. Yeah, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling really good today. All of the work I was doing in my kitchen's done. There's only like one big problem with it. The wife came home and I'd done a whole bunch of stuff that she didn't know about. It was great. Is the patch on March? I don't know if I can schedule vacation for late April. Please help. Well, I don't know if I can say exactly what month it's in. Let me double check and get back to you on that one. Or if anyone is here that knows if I can say that or not, please just tell me on Discord. ask someone. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you, so don't worry. Yes, I'm allowed to say yes. It is in March. And if you look at the timing between patches, it's a pretty, we're pretty good at keeping the timings pretty consistent. The archers, the ranged attacks with the slow, I'm just like perma-slowed right now. Need a cleanse. Okay, let's see if we can keep up. Berserk here. Drop Berserk, but that's okay. Yes, Lizard, yeah, okay, patch is March. Somewhere in the midst of March. We'll start, you know, the hype train rollouts pretty near. I actually hinted at the date the patch hype train would start last video. It was really subtle. I don't think anyone got it. It was a bad hint. Alright, new to the game and freaking loving it. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Chaotic Evil. Glad you're enjoying yourself. That's really the best part. Whenever I hear someone's just like, I'm having fun with your game. It's great. Come on, yes. Even yes. So what I'm trying to do here is there's this little counter at the bottom of the screen with the little eye with 14 beside it, and that's max stacks for Berserk. And it does a ton of extra attack speed if I've got that rolling. So I try and keep that up, and it falls off really quick, and it refreshes every time I melee something. Alright, we're pretty close here to getting to this boss. I thought those two icons overlapping for a second. Mike, are you going to add something at the end game? Yeah, something like it was at Van Helsing game. I haven't actually played the Van Helsing game yet. There's a tower defense or a table where you guys do missions, bring some stuff or items or a pet. Like, yeah. There are definitely some more things that are going to be added with the end game. So, like, the end game's not finished by any means. We've got Zakaris Bay. Recognize that from the forums. I feel like there's something you're on there. It's like a slightly different name, but has cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much. And Moopus has tipped $25. You guys rule. Thank you very much. You guys rule. More stuff. Daedalus has tipped 150 bucks for the amazing diverse team at EHG. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got people all over the world on our team, and it is really cool to be able to be a part of that. Just getting different perspectives and different cultures and different like upbringings and backgrounds and things. It just, I don't know, it's really cool to work with. There's a lot of like multicultural stuff where I live as well. Very high multicultural area, but it's like definitely not as diverse as our team. Our development team is really great in that sense, which is awesome. All right, can we expect a reveal about the dungeons and their systems soon? Yeah, I think soon. Like what's soon? In like a day or two? No. But you know, pretty soon, I think. Soon's an okay word to use. Someone has to, so multiplayer when it's ready. We're getting there though. Feels real good. We've been doing a lot of multiplayer testing recently, and I actually just merged in a feature that I've been working on for like 2 weeks now. Yesterday, which felt really good. Getting to slap down in the patch note, like did this, added this. It always feels really good when there's something you've been working on for a while, and you get to actually merge it in. Not only because it makes your life a lot easier because you're not so far back on the get branch is so far behind. You're always having to like rebase it and everything. But actually just, you know, completing something feels good. Oh, all of our skills just leveled up. That feels good too. Get to those in a minute. Is there any major content coming in the patch that is still unannounced? No, I don't think so. I think all of the like the major content's announced. There's it's hard to say what's like major content. Some people might think that like 3D skins for certain weapons is considered major content, but I don't think I would consider that major content. The primary gameplay content coming next patch is in the form of dungeons and items. And the mechanics that go with them. And Alex Eterra has tipped $50. Mike, #1 streamer. Thanks, Alex. And yes, it is still working. I set the goal for the donations at 10K because that's what we're going to be matching. So that's for the whole month. I think the only problem with it is I don't think it updates when we're offline. So I may have to like go in there and like manually just like update it while we're offline, or like before every stream, which is fine. Once a week, not a big deal. I want to get that node in the shout that pulls instead of pushes, because we got to get that berserk rolling faster. This needs to go away too. In order to get the stream to go to like Steam as well as Twitch, we had to update Streamlabs to a different version, and it's like changed the skin, and I'm like looking for buttons and not seeing them anymore just because the color changed. It's like 10 minutes ago that happened. Okay, look at the time, 25 minutes ago. Still. Will we get to know more about 8.5 dungeon content? Yeah, I can't share details on it this stream. But we're getting real close to that the patch hype train rollout. All of that content. We got a lot of content ready to go for sharing. Can I give a hint towards the lore around the new dungeons? Not really, no. That's a cool question, though. If anyone from the team's here that can get info like that, if we want, I'd be very happy if someone found that for me. if I'm able to. Okay, I want to scroll, but I don't want to lose this. Can I hold this? And... Nope. Scroll. Yes, gets it up. Nice. Scroll. Keep it up. Yes. Okay, good. When is Berserk gonna get base duration increase? Can't even jump from pack to pack. I know you would like it on your current build. Yeah, I think there'd be I'd be down for a little bit of update on the base duration. I think it might be a touch too short, just a smidgen, because it feels like the node that increases the duration is just mandatory for it to even be functional. Which never feels great when there's nodes where you're like, if I take this one, I have to take this other one. So I'm not sure, but I'd definitely be in your court with that one. Be in your corner. You should try Van Helsing. It's a nice game. I have heard really good things about the Van Helsing series. Time's a bit of an issue. You love the game for the minion, Katarina. She is lovely, saying jokes, teasing Van Helsing. The only game where the minion really does something notable. Yeah, and having that, it's really interesting when you have a game like Van Helsing. As far as I understand it, there's it's just one character, and you can like change how the character plays, but it's still just like one character as your main character, and you can get a lot of really good you can get a lot of really good stuff going with that, where it's like you can breathe a lot of life into the world through the character, because there's less variables you have to go around and go through. You like say you have in a system like us where we do have characters that are like different features. So if you had say you walked up to an NPC and the NPC was like, "Oh my, you're a strong one," or something like that, but you're saying it to the acolyte, this is like frail, like not a lot of meat on the bones type character. It doesn't fit well, and so there's a lot of stuff you can do with the writing when you know like static details about the character that really do make the world feel more alive, which is really cool. Ooh. That's a big affix on there. Take it just for that 80. Okay. Pull, is this pull? Yeah, we're never gonna have enough points without taking something out somewhere else, are we? Yeah, that's a problem. Not sure what I'm gonna do there. Figure it out. I would like to increase the area a little more. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of plopping points. Maul and rampage damage, yeah. Do some armor shred, why not, right? Sure. I'll come back through here and actually pick some proper stuff later. It's like, that could work. That might be useful. Let's go for it. Is it building for anything? Chance on kill to cast Maelstrom. Yeah, that'd be useful. And more of this. Just because I love health. Health, health, health. Okay, how come you always play ZDPS builds on stream? Because I'm bad. That's why. No, this character was also the first ZDPS build that I played was a Shaman Tempest Strike because everyone wanted me to suffer, and I guess the thought was if I played something that sucked, we'd buff it, which we still haven't really done yet. But I mean, it is on the list to work on pretty heavily. And then there was our Void Cleave build, and I was trying to do it a little too. Oh yeah, those also count too for the for the charity. And okay, what I was saying. Yeah, there was a Void Cleave build that wasn't great, and it's always because I'm like, I want to play a fantasy, and I just built like that. I don't really take any time to look at anything and just sort of slap points in. I had my the javelin throw build. That was really strong. I was playing Zeus. That was not CPS. And we're also we're playing Last Bear. Like, we've got 3 set items just sitting there doing very little. Because I found 2 of them and then pulled one of them out of my stash while I was playing. So I'm like, it's a sign, gotta play it. Get close together, smack them down. There we go. Will you keep us posted on all of the donations you could accumulate for Ukraine, because you also opened the something store, which is not included here, right? Oh yeah. So the we did also open up like a Nexus. Next, apparently the Steam one's having issues. That's not great. We also opened up a Nexus store for supporting Ukraine. Yeah, and I think what I'll try and do is before each stream figure out everything that's like up to that point and just like update the goal tracker. I'll see if I can do that. I think that's the plan. When will the next content patch roll out? It will be sometime this month. We still don't have a hard date that we're ready to announce yet, but we are going to be 0504, nice. We are going to be sharing that information and a lot more spoilers of what's coming starting fairly soon. I think the time between like spoiler start and patch is a little bit tighter this patch than last. Nice shirt. I also have one. Guess we're twins. Now both Canadian, both bearded, and both got the same shirts. Were you always Canadian, or did you become Canadian recently? Also cool. I like being Canadian. And yeah, this is. I've had the shirt sitting there behind me for a while. Finally, actually decided to wash it. It was a chaotic week. What can I say? No, I kept like wanting to put in something like, maybe what if it bleeds? I don't want to mess up this. What if it bleeds? I just had a bunch of old shirts that I put it in with. It didn't bleed. It was totally fine. It's great. Basically, anything Reimer made for you was strong. Like, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, that. I didn't want to say it, but yes, you're right. That's true. It's a good point. Yeah. But I mean, we're showing it's possible to get through. We're almost to empowered monoliths, and I don't have any, not doing any like fancy builds. I'm just sort of picking stuff as I feel as we go, and I think it's working pretty well. Born and raised Canadian, Belleville, Ontario. Moved to the USA for my American wife. Well, welcome back. Or maybe not welcome back, I don't know. The way you said that earlier, it sounded like you were in Canada. Alright, here we are. How hard is it going to be to fight AI Lizard in Arena Champions? Well, it's not a specific person. Like it's a specific build, but not like, it's not like we've taken people off the ladder or anything like that. That would be cool though. That would be really cool. Diddless has gifted a T1 sub to MoxJet 200, who, if anyone doesn't know, is it's the game director. Thank you, Diddless, keeping keeping him not have to watch ads or whatever. I don't even know if we run ads directly or not. That's funny. Well, you've gifted 148 subs channel. That's pretty cool. That's a fair few. Oh, that's why I went the wrong way. That's right, double shout. Any changes to set items next patch? What kind of changes to combat feel are you planning next patch? There's not a lot of set item changes coming next patch. You know, I think there's a few tweaks here and there, but it's we're not doing like a major set item update next patch. This patch we've spent a lot of time working on stuff that doesn't show up yet. So like backend systems, multiplayer systems, things like that. Stuff that it takes a lot of development time, but you don't see anything of it just yet, unfortunately. Do still a lot of really cool stuff though. I am very excited about. I've got a show this at some point, but I've got a teaser for an can I let me jump this in human form? No, didn't think so. Was worth a shot, right? Like some new tech for some new animation and yes, it's basically just animation tech that we got working and masking that's gonna make some items that needed some visual updates look a lot nicer, and it has some knock-on effects for some other item types as well. Would you say Arena Champions is only a supplement to Arena, or something that can impact character progression in some way? Well, there is, like, there are unique rewards for it. So, like, in that sense, there can be character progression stuff. But it is a supplement to the Arena, yeah. It's also an additional optional way to get Sanctum keys if you don't like going into the monolith. Not just Sanctum keys, but dungeon keys. I can never pronounce this one. Is Tyranni's Bident fixed in the patch? Bleed Ignite conversion to Electrify. I'm pretty sure that's been done. Let me just check the patch notes channel and see if there's like the word Bident anywhere. In patch notes, Bident. Yes, fix the bug where Chinese Biden did not convert Bleed or Ignite chance to Electrify chance. Yes. What am I doing? Path of Despair. Don't you think the time for a leak has come? Ooh, maybe. I'll when I down the boss, I've got a leak for you. Or die. Whatever the outcome of my first attempt at the boss is, I'll give you a leak. We're pretty close to it too. Is Rune Master going to be a summoner class? Not primarily, no. There's been a lot of rumors to the effect, and they all stemmed from the fact that there is a summoning skill listed currently on the mastery page, but nothing we've said has indicated they would be a summoning class. All of the like hard summoning masteries that are like, this is a summoning mastery, have many, have at least several summoning skills in the base class. And while Rune Master, Falconer, and Warlock will affect the base class skills to some degree, it won't be major changes. The base class skills we did build with those new masteries in mind. So I think Falconer will have the biggest impact just because there's missing skills there still. But no, if you don't see those themes represented in the base class already to some degree, chances of them showing up as the primary theme of the mastery class are very low. I may have missed the question, Zakar. Sorry about that. I think you missed my question about additional skills in 8.5. Maybe I missed the answer. I did not see the question, but I can tell you right now, the answer is, will X get a skill in 8.5? The answer is no. Yeah, there's quite a few of us that work on skills. I usually drive that for the most part, and I did basically nothing for new development on 8.5. Did a couple little things here and there, but almost nothing. I was just working on multiplayer this patch. And everyone else who works on it was working on the other things they work on too. Alright, Harton. Who's ZDPS now, huh? Can I just power through this? My void res. Oh, it's good. We're capped. We're good. No problem, eh, bud? Push him back a little bit here. How much fun is multiplayer with the team? Multiplayer with the team is really great, and part of it is because like we've been working so long together. I know I missed another question. I'll go back to it. Mox Judd has tipped $60. 3 cheers for Mike. Thank you very much, Judd. Oh, okay, let's get out of that. Multiplayer with the team is fantastic, and part of it is like we spend a lot of time working together, and it's great to be able to play together. And like it's something we've all been working on for so long that it's really special. Try not to die here and pay attention at the same time, but it's a really great thing to be able to share with everyone. And you really see like people's personalities and development come out with. Like, so some people seem like really love certain classes and really like they bring a lot of ideas for certain classes, and then when they're playing they're playing that class every single time, which is cool to see that it's not just like that's where their like creative juices are, but it's also where their passion is. Okay, Paddington, we can't let Paddington die. Why are you not spoiling all of our patch announcements? Oh, that's just mean. Because I'm not allowed to, I didn't think. Let's go ring shard drop rate. And we got ourselves a shield. The bulwark of the last abyss. Alright. Daedalus asks, was this a happy accident or kind of plan at this patch cycle where several large games were released? Was also the patch where a lot more resources were allocated to projects that aren't going to be released right now? 8.5. No. We pay attention to releases of other games, and sometimes that has minor influences on things. But really, because we are pushing so hard for final release, that basically everything timing wise that we do from here to the end is just what's gonna get us to release most efficiently with the best game we can make, and that's kind of the, if there's two paths that have identical metrics in that category, then we can look at other stuff, but like that's the most important thing. So it's really just how are we getting to release, what's that road look like for us, and what everyone else is doing is great, but much less important as far as we're concerned. So I guess happy accident would be the right answer there. Alright. I did promise a spoiler after I kicked that boss's butt. Okay, here's a cool one. So this is an item. I'm actually gonna make it big. I love this art. Nope, this way. We're going right in the center of the screen. It's gonna be giant. Boom. Okay, so this is 2D art for a. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say existing unique, and it might be a new unique actually. I can't remember. But it's unlikely that it's in the slot you may think based on current items that look similar to it. Haha! Because we figured something out about the slot that you would think that this would go in, but means that we don't want to put this in that slot anymore because we want other things that were in the other slot to go in this slot instead. If that makes any sense. I'll answer a couple questions here. Any plans to bring a monk archetype into Last Epoch? Possibly. That is there are some clear archetypes that are sort of absent. Like there's and sometimes that comes with weapons. Like there's no crossbow weapon. There's no like fist weapon type character. Whether like you look at D3 monk or D2 assassin. And this is really intentional that we have these gaps because it gives us room to expand our classes down the line, which is something we definitely want to do. We want to add more masteries, we want to add more base classes. We have no idea which one's going to happen first, but yeah, that type of development is on the table post-launch. Be really clear on that, post-launch. Any significant performance improvements this patch? There's a lot of little things. I can't point to one like, oh, we fixed this huge problem just yet, but there's a lot of little things, and there's a lot of new really good information that we've got that's helping us fix problems on a bigger scale down the road. Mike, why are you not spoiling? You think you should have HR have a chat with you for not spoiling everything? Come on. When can Stanzor come on and give us a deep dive into multiplayer architecture? I want to hear more about behind the scenes. That would be cool. That would be really cool to do. I think that would be really cool to do, and I don't know, I'd have to talk to him, see if he wants to do it. Cool. Yeah. Judge, you spoiling things? Oh, come on. So it's a relic and not an offhand catalyst, yeah. So yeah, we have many scroll type items in offhand catalyst right now. No, we did not tell them about the relic changes yet. And there's a few things in the relic slot that would have been great as catalysts, but they didn't look very good. And now they do look very good. Like what? Like books and orbs. Who's on second? John who? Orbs on strings that dangle. Just want me to say it? Oh! Snowblind would have been nice to that LP. I actually like that helmet, but it's LP to be really good. I don't know why I go back for shards. Don't know why. It's just it's like a reflex that I'm just like, oh, picture yourself on screen. Thank you. I'm a professional. I need like a little flag or something that's like that shows up on my screen but doesn't show up on stream when I do something like that, so I know not to keep playing. Mad Hatter Jimmy, I love your name. We've probably competed for names on different websites in the past. Shouts, doing the double shout charge bug thing is I need more flat mana in my build to do it because it runs out too quick with the shouts. Because it charges for each one. Was it 10? It says 0. That's wrong. Oh, it's because it's triggering Maelstrom. That's why that's what the cost is. Oh, tooltips don't show up there. That's wrong. 14, so it's 28. Yeah. Mike is abusing the system. Report him. How much control will players have? Don't need to be specific in regards to the new Soul Gambler Vault of Uncertain Fate. As it sounds like it's full of RNG. Is there any control the player have or not? Yes, there is definitely some control you have on the systems. There are elements of RNG with all like I mean anything that's related to item drops and item reward, like basically all the rewards are like item related, right? Like so there's the monolith, you get like unique items for killing the bosses, but it's like one of a set pool, and like so there's randomness there. And then like when the item drops, it rolls in range, and there's randomness there. So like there's always randomness in things like that. And Temporal Sanctum with like getting like which affix gets pulled off of the rares on unique. Like there's randomness there. So we do build randomness into a lot of systems like that. We try and have some determinism where we can, and a lot of times systems like that, it's what we do is we give you a method to stack the deck in your favor a little bit and influence the odds, and that there's no difference there for this one. So like actions taken throughout the dungeon can have an impact on what your rewards are. And yeah, try not to say anything while still saying something. It's not going great. Here we go. Zarek, you got real ugly real fast. Sorry if I offend anyone who identifies as a giant alien slug, but yeah, something went wrong in the transformation process, I feel like. So what are the relic changes Judd told you not to tell us about, Mike? Oh, there we... Holy crap! What was that? What just happened? Okay, Dahariel has gifted 100 subs to the channel? Wow! Okay. Thank you very much. That's really cool. Congrats to everyone who got one of those. I'd be surprised if anyone here isn't subbed anymore. Wow. I don't really know what to say. I think that's the biggest one. And I got an LP on a wand rid as that happens too. That's very cool. Thank you. Oh, I was gonna... I was distracted. That's always into the XP one. I was gonna pull points out of my maelstrom and reallocate them. Oh. Wow. I feel like I need to do something to make it not ring like that 100 times. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Well, so much for that message. I can scroll up and see what you wrote up there. That's okay, Mike. Err on the side of leaks. I got you. Don't worry. Dahariel says, my country, Poland, looked after 575,100 Ukrainian refugees. Wow. Here's my small help. Poland, love Ukraine. That's really cool, man. Love it. I will get the I'll make sure I'll find a way to get that tracker updated. Yes, and I do want to mention again, I said it earlier, but there was far fewer people here. We are matching donations up to $10,000. That's why the goal is set at $10,000, because that's the amount we're going to match. And I'll make sure to update that as we go. And Zakaris Bay has gifted 2 subs to the channel as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is really cool, guys. Mute OBS. Yeah, I just muted the feed section of it. I found the button, but I still see it. So Zakaris Bay is also gifted a sub to Mad Hatter Jimmy. Very cool, guys. Very, very cool. Okay, let's find some more question to answer. Yeah, if you have any questions, hit at Last Epoch Game with the question, and I will be happy to happy to answer them. I also want to get like a different like animation for it. I've been saying that for months now. What we'll do, get something that's designed to look more like stuff in the game itself. Is there any plans to have an external influence on LP rating, like using corruption level as a way to slightly adjust those? We haven't. So there's no current plans to do that. It's definitely not impossible, and I know there's been a few pitches for. So we like going through ideas for dungeons. We've been like people just been pitching ideas left, right, and center for that. So there's lots of ideas that have been thrown out, and quite a few of those is like doing a dungeon to try and have a way to increase chances of getting LP on an item, or combining items with LP for like a chance at one with like +1 or something like that. Like there's been a lot of ideas we've looked at and tried to incorporate to be able to influence LP or modify LP on items or things like that, just so that there's like another activity you can do, another challenge you can undertake that can that can change your rewards in some way. All right. Hey, I'm getting told that my stream's getting a little laggy sometimes. Can anyone tell me if they're also seeing slowdowns? I know Lizard actually was having problems seeing the stream last week. I just remembered that as I was saying it, but just a quick stream health check-in for people out there, if you've got a sec. We are trying to do like a dual broadcast right now, so it might be a little different. Shouldn't be a problem, really. Was there any skills that you had to heavily change when introducing multiplayer because overpowered or just breaks the game in combinations? Movement skills were actually looked at a little while ago. So 8.4 saw some changes to some movement skills, and some of that was multiplayer related, just because like that was the point that we had gotten in, and it was certain classes with certain skills were just like they're gone and everyone else is trying to catch up to them. And a lot of it is that we're trying to add in, you may have noticed in 8.4 we also added in quite a few ways to like give your party haste, give like and like sometimes it's on like minion related stuff, so like it gives your minions haste, which is cool, but like part of the idea there is to give like give your party haste, help them keep up with you. So I think there's I think it was lunge that has like when you start to lunge, like the direction you lunge in, it like gives everyone haste moving in that direction as well. Maybe it was shield rush. Those things like that to like, so we were trying not to like nerf abilities, but just make them function better in multiplayer. And sometimes they are nodes that are less useful in single player. So we try and keep them to a small number of nodes required to make them functional, so that if you're using like 5 or maybe 10% of your skill tree, that was a little on the spicy side. It wasn't a humongous investment, because usually that last 5-10% of node points are less valuable, less critical. I asked about Steam Deck support earlier. Can you answer that, or is it hush hush? Sorry, I didn't see that question. My bad. But no, there's no hush hush on it. Releasing an additional platform for the game, it adds a lot of work. Like even if it's the same, like even just like releasing a standalone client, it adds a lot of work to our release pipeline. So like we have to do a different build for different places. So like we do a Linux build, which like doubles the amount of work, and every time we add an extra thing, it's like it's adding an extra whole set of tests we have to run. It's a lot of extra work that it adds on, a lot more than you'd think. For each release, and it's for every patch too. So like every time we do a hotfix, all those quick hotfixes that we do, having fewer platforms that we're releasing to means we can do that way faster. And so we like Steam Deck would be fantastic to have, and we have a lot of work towards it, but it's not just like, okay, it works, great. So if we can get it to work easily on Steam Deck, that would be great. We'd love to have that, but it's not something that we're actively working towards right now. Partially because our controller support isn't 100% yet. Like there's no like on-screen keyboard that you can use to like type names in and things like that. There's a few instances where pure controller support is lacking. Let's say there's a few menus that it still isn't great in, all that sort of stuff. So I wouldn't expect to see any sort of Steam Deck support until controller support is more complete. Which is something we are working on. Right, we are gonna pull a point out of here because I really want to get this. So we need 2 points out. What are we gonna rip points out? What are we gonna cleanse elements? That is really nice. Heals allies. Yeah, we're not really using that. The extra area is really nice. Might do the area. Area or cleansing elements? Let's do the area. Okay, let's hope this. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Did it get us one? Nope. Where's more experience? There's more experience. There's more experience. Let's go this way. It's a bit laggy from time to time, but not permanently. Okay, well, that's not great. I've seen it a few times. You have frames capped on Steam Labs. That's a great question. Looks like I also missed Zakaris Bay 8 minutes ago. Also gifted WikiHG a sub. That's a good one. Another staff here. Turn that off again, I guess. Alright. What am I looking for? Locked frames. I don't know where that is. Video. I don't think I can change this while it is while we're in the middle of a stream. I'll look for it next time. Oh, sorry, not on the stream, it's in the game. Oh, yeah. My frame rate's locked in here, I'm pretty sure. It's not. Oh, yeah, I had limit FPS. That might help. Let's turn streamer mode on. Let's see what happens. Alright. Maybe I just need a better computer, huh? Hey boss, can I have a better computer? I hooked up my my old development machine, machine's a few years old, but like my really old machine that I used when we first started the project. Hooked that up to like run as a local server to test multiplayer stuff, and I'd forgotten how horribly loud the fans are. Like it gets so hot, the fans are so bad. They just need cleaning properly. But it's just brutal. Sounds like a very small helicopter is beside me all day now. Understood. Just curious if it was consideration for the future. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, it's what was that about? Steam Deck. Yeah, like Steam Deck is super cool, and I know someone on the team already has one. And like, if it was a simple matter of just being like, yes, we would like to export to Steam Deck as well, and it just did it, I feel like that would be a pretty easy decision. But the fact that we do have to do a lot of things to prepare for it and test it each time, getting to releases is a more important thing for us right now. Will a reset all button for respecing passes be in the next patch? It's still under development. It will not be in the next patch. We're still kind of working out how we want something like that to function, what we want the limits of it to be, what we want the features of it to be, so it's not ready. Still in the design phase. I know it might seem really obvious, just like, we'll just do it as a points in out confirm button at the end with a cost, call it a day. There's a lot that goes into something like that, surprisingly. Hang on, if Mike's nasty old machine running the server software, does that mean when the CTs get into multiplayer we can bake Mike IRL some laggy AF builds? No. What it means is that I can connect to it directly because I'm sitting in the same house as it. And no one else can. We just do it so that I don't have to rely on any sort of remote anything. I can just run my own server locally. It's just makes less problems and less lag. It's also running on wireless right now, but because it's all local network, it's actually not bad. Yeah, my server running on a 10-year-old Wi-Fi USB adapter for network is good enough to run a lag-free server for me, locally hosted. Like, here's the let me find this thing. Oh, I can't even get it out. There we go. This is the network card for my server that I run locally for myself. Never had any lag problems. It's like no-name brand from at least 10 years ago, probably way more. It's like not even, it might be Wireless N, like when Wireless N like first came out. When there is a lot of VFX happening, your captured Last Epoch is definitely lagging a bit. Your webcam is still fine, it was never before. I guess it's also due to streaming to Steam. Yeah, it might be. Which is interesting because, like, I'm not quite getting the upload speeds I'm supposed to, but it clocks in at 800. 850 usually. I was panicking before stream. About 2 minutes before stream started, I'd already hit the go live button, and I realized that my my game build was still on the multiplayer version. Luckily, Steam servers are the best freaking servers around, and I managed to switch over in the 2 minutes I had before stream started. A-bomb AI fix when? I don't know if they've got any major changes coming this patch. Is it specifically with a certain ability setup they have, or just in general they're a little... It might be because they're so huge. All the minions use the same AI though. They all have identical AI. Is that why my stream is like, that's the server's not even on right now. You'd be able to hear it in the background. You'd be like, why is there a gigantic fan in your room? Or many small ones, more likely. Time for a teaser. Has Llama hit his quota? I could probably squeak out one more here. I don't have a ton to share with you this week. Oh! Yeah, I did not see the siege golem over there. Sad train whistle. Oh! And that's why my desktop background is super plain. In case I do that by mistake. Oh, when I switched, I think it went to full screen mode, because if I click out, yeah, that's a problem. Full screen, pull this window. Okay. And yes, that was my actual desktop background. For my main monitor in the middle, it's just nothing. Yay, got Mike killed. Any idea when Spriggan vines are going to get fixed and not attacking stuff that comes into range after the vines stop attacking other stuff? That is on my list of bugs to fix, actually. I have not fixed it yet. It's actually not just vines that can be affected by it. There are lots of things that can be affected by it. And hopefully we'll have a fix soon. Getting down to the wire on the patch for fixes, but it is on my list. Right now I'm working on a new mechanic for one of the boss fights. So it can attack you in a new way that we haven't had attacks before. And I guess we could use it for player abilities too, but ugh. Any news about offline mode since multiplayer is close? Any details about how online is going to work and stuff like that can be found in our multiplayer FAQ. My vengeance skill does not do any damage anymore. Question mark. When is the bug getting fixed? What? I don't think there's any bugs. Is this like it was nerfed and calling the nerf a bug situation? Is that what's going on here? Is that what we're getting at? What about Spriggan Form's Wrath of the Gale, eh? What about it? Is it also bugged? It's a problem. I get just like a list of when I get a bug, it'll be like the mechanic that it lists, and then we'll list like the backend names for that thing, but it won't list the node generally. So I don't know what the nodes are called. Because the game really doesn't care what the nodes are named. They each have a unique ID. Because you can have two nodes named the same thing. So the node names aren't what identifies them. Hey! A 2 LP Alchemist Ladle. I wanted to call it a 2-star ladle for a second. The one of two almost completely useless legendaries. Except for the memes. I remember when we were first like spoiling legendaries and things like that, I was like, someone's gonna make a legendary that's just completely useless just for the memes. Ladle's what I was talking about. When is Thicket Blades coming back in new fashion? There's a deep cut. Thicket Blades hasn't been around for a long time. I don't know. We haven't talked about Thicket Blades in a long time. Thicket Blades was an interesting one because it's really similar to Fire Shield, which now is sort of built into passives. It's because it was originally a skill and had a tree and everything, and got pulled. That's not actually that good. This one. But yeah, it got pulled for basically the same reason that Fire Shield got effectively pulled. Well, worked into the passive tree. But I can see Thicket Blades being something that gets worked into the passive tree. Yeah. I don't think there's any plans to bring it back right now, though. Most of it, so the skills, the skilled available skills, the skill bank, the skill pantheon, or what you want to call it, really. But that's pretty locked in. Like there's one missing here. I mean, actually, it's here is where it's missing. Like it's in between Avalanche and Storm Totem. Because Storm Totem will push down, but it just sorts it to push all that side. So there's one missing there. That will not be Thicket Blades. But the only way more skills are going to get added after that is with a new base class, probably. I mean, we could add more skills down the road without adding a new base class, which is possible. Or not base class, new mastery class. But I would say likely the next time skills get added to the, yeah, would likely be. I just want to drop that. It's so bad. There's like a not insignificant amount of reflect happening here. They're just like killing themselves. That's just from the shield, right? Pretty sure. We could go get, oops, turn that off. We could go get a, legendary for our shield. Do we have... Do we have any exalted shields that I can slap something on from? Giant crabs resurrecting themselves. Giant crabs. Will the devs keep doing dev streams after game launch? I'd love to. We haven't really talked about it. I think especially in the, like, I don't know. We haven't talked about it. I'd be surprised if we stopped it immediately. I could see it possibly having reduced frequency, like maybe every other week, or maybe only 1 hour a week or something like that. I could see that happening. But I love doing these. I think this is great. I think this is a great way to get get dialogue feedback from players and just hanging out, interacting with the community is, I think, really positive for the game overall. So I'd like to keep doing it. Druid needs summon lava fat, has 50% chance to get you killed. I thought you wanted a were llama form for Druid. I did turn this back on. Okay, cool. Notification sounds are back on. Would she ever consider doing a crossover event with another reputable game, something similar to what Don't Starve Together and Terraria did? That was cool. Didn't Terraria also do like Minecraft, I want to say? Could be wrong about that, sorry. Created bosses and items in each other's game that fit. I think that'd be super cool. I'd love to do like I don't think they have any reason to because they're so much smaller right now, but maybe if we get bigger, like a Path of Exile crossover, that would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be down for something like that. A lot of people a lot higher up than me on all over the place that would have to be down with that. But I think that'd be really cool, yeah. Because there's a lot of games like this where there's a lot of fan base crossover, and I think it's really positive for both games in most cases. Standing in this avalanche, I'm not moving. Owning it. Okay, moving out now. No worries. It's the Spirit Thorn's chance on totems. Completely doesn't work. Lol. Also, neuters Sprig and Poison dot healing totem by preventing, limiting, entangling roots procs, and its frenzy totem, frenzying thorns buff on totems. Whoa, there's a lot there. There was some bugs with totems that I know we fixed recently. I can't tell you if that's the one. Okay, let's go dump some stuff. Do we have any, like, those are two-handers. We're using one-handers. Exalted shields? I should pull out some exalted shields. And go do that. Kind of just praying there's nothing in here that isn't supposed to be shown. I don't think there could be. Get rid of one of those. I feel bad just dropping stuff on the ground, but like I feel like I'm gonna. Yeah, we were looking at that earlier. I don't think it's really worth it. Neither of these have anything on my current weapon at all. Not really. Nope. I'm gonna drop them, whatever. There we go, another exalted shield. Does it have any No, these are from before the great update. No, don't need throwing attack damage. Actively be bad. Okay, I think we're gonna go with the first one and just try and update it a little bit. Nope. Oh, I know exactly what that bug is, and I don't know how to fix it right now. Haha, I even set up the reversed version. Oh, I should have tried to seal those. That was dumb. Yeah, that was dumb. I guess it wouldn't have mattered really. I could have just got something else on there. But yeah, let's go. Where are we? Imperial. Temporal Sanctum. Wow, Lizard, it doesn't like the fact that someone said they were going to try and beat Lizard. Alright, here we go. Flip this back. What did I miss? Genshin Impact? I don't think that would be a great crossover. Alright. We've got a key. Tier 2's pushing it, I think. What level is this though? I need to do T2 because T1's level 50 yet. It's only so I can only do it if I hit T2. It's worth a shot, isn't it? Level 80. I was just doing level 80 content. A little bit extra health. We'll take it.
Intruders? A waste of time.
Boss is gonna be tough. This might take a while. I said I was gonna do a spoiler, didn't I? Okay, let's hear. We'll take a quick break. No cat girls in Eterra. I don't think that any evolve that way, but you know, there's a lot of timelines. Okay, here is some art. Probably put this in the corner and keep playing. I'll put it in the center to start. Ooh, this is art for a new item, and I would be shocked if anyone can guess what slot this goes in on their first guess. And I might not even say it, even if someone does guess it, because I'm just the worst. Lizard memory. That's a good out-of-the-box guess. It is not a memory. But that's I like where your head's at there. Oops, wrong way. I tried so hard, got so far. I mean, in the end, does it really matter? Alright, Heavy Game TV asks, is the reason why you primarily spoiler so much 2D, 3D art and concept arts is because you guys have learned from the Bazaar that you wait as long as possible before giving details about non-finished game systems? No, I wouldn't say that. I think talking about the Bazaar was incredibly helpful for development of that system, and I'm actually really happy we did talk about it a little bit earlier than we normally do, which is might be weird considering we like scrapped the name of it shortly after. But I think that's sort of an exception in that it is a really polarizing topic in general. I know a lot of them are, but like that it's a really important one to get really solid as well. So no, that's not really what it's about. I think it's more about just having our spoiler season and information about that being really structured, where there are more dedicated posts to the topics, more like topic posts that we can have big details show up like that, and like this patch in particular is a little bit lighter in general than usual, so a lot of what we do still have the pipeline that didn't really slow down was the art pipeline. So there's an overwhelming amount of art compared to development stuff to share. Okay, let's do a shift. Oh, poop. That poop. Let's go back this way. Around this way. There we go. I didn't even look what it was. I'm just like, we're going. Did we just describe the end of time? There's a new crafting currency. Crafting has slots too. It's a good point. It's not that.
How is this possible? Only I should be able to command time here. Unless...
He looks so sad when talking about it. Me? No. Oh, I wish I could give you guys epic leaks every single week, and that would just mean we had so much to share, 'cause we're cranking out content like crazy. I feel like we do a pretty good job of it. There's going to be a lot to share this week coming up, and lots of interesting info. If you could go back in time, would you have developed Last Epoch with multiplayer in mind a lot sooner? I figured, yeah. So we had been planning on multiplayer right from the very beginning. That was always a plan. I think we would have. So it's really tricky. So when we started developing Last Epoch, it was literally just people who were willing to work for nothing because we had nothing. It was just a bunch of people all over the world in their basement who were like, let's make a game and see what happens, see if it goes anywhere. This could be cool. Who knows? And a lot of like the reason we've been able to even get as far as we have is specifically because we had something that people could play, something that was developed and was like, here you go, you can try this, it's real, it exists, have fun. I think that's the main reason why our Kickstarter actually went through, and why so many people have supported us over the years since then as well. And I don't know if we had like taken a lot of time out to like really focus on hard multiplayer development dramatically sooner. Like I'm talking started ahead. Like we've been trying to do multiplayer stuff for a very long time. This is not like something we just started a couple years ago. You can go back as far as our Kickstarter video, and there is actually multiplayer footage in our Kickstarter video. Like it's there. It's been there since the start. None of what we did to make that work is in any of our multiplayer systems anymore at all. It's completely different. But it is something we've been doing from the beginning. Would we have tried to bring in people that knew a lot more about multiplayer development than we did at the time earlier? I think that would have been smart, yeah. So sooner than we did, like ramping things up faster than we did, I think would have been really smart. I don't know if it would have been possible to do it like to move that timeline up like years. Probably wouldn't have been possible, just because we wouldn't have had the resources to make that development happen. Or if we did, it would have meant like taking on a publisher and things like that. Which we definitely considered as a totally valid option too. I know our path here has been very atypical, especially for a first-time studio. Like a lot of times when we talk to people who are industry veterans about this sort of stuff and we like describe what we did, a lot of times we get weird looks of like, really? That's what happened? Which is pretty cool. It's a shield. It's not a shield. Since you've been in early access beta for so long, you guys worried about becoming known as the company will never reach 1.0 launch, similar to 7 Days to Die as an example. Ooh, okay, let's not die in here. I think if we were not releasing as significant updates as we have been, as frequently as we have been, for as long as we have been, I could see that being a concern, but I feel like the degree to which we are active really helps with that a lot. Like we can, if that's the sort of like, because usually it's about a lack of confidence in how the development's going and the rate that progress is being made at. Those are usually the major concerns that come with something like that, I think. And it's really easy for us to. Did I have to not go into the other world at all for this one? That's funny. Drops a set item. Yeah, I don't really want a set item. Let's go to the other one. See what it is. I think that right there, what just happened, is very indicative of why set items need to be updated. But yeah, I think it's really easy for us to point to our extremely steady release cadence and be like, here's a big patch every 3 to 4 months for the last several years. And just be like, here's all the stuff that's changed. It's going strong. And it looks like Judd's answering this question as well in chat there. I hope I said similar things. few enemies here. Exalted jewelry. I'll take it. Little train whistle. Air fryers are cool. Air fryers are cool. Okay, so my cousin was living. I was living with my cousin for a while, and house full of guys, same thing. And he moved away, and his sibling came to pick up his air fryer at the house. We didn't even know it was there, or what it was called, or anything like that. And they walked to the door. They were in a huge rush. I opened the door, and they're just standing there, and they just go, "T-Fal Active Fry!" Just like, "Hi, what's that?" They're just like, "T-Fal Active Fry!" Like, okay, I don't know what that is or what's going on. They just kept yelling T-Fal Active Fry at me until I finally got out of them that they were here to pick up the air fryer, but I had no idea what it was. They were under the impression that I had been warned that they were coming, and my pair died? Okay, we're doing this. Ooh, okay, come on. What are you doing standing in that? My goodness. Okay, this is, okay, here we go. This is not gonna go well. I can feel it. Kind of like comically not well. Can you even hit these things this round? No.
Escape is impossible.
We're struggling a bit here.
Escape is impossible.
Why did I drop that directly on my pet that I wanted to resummon or revive? Great question, everyone.
Maggots.
Paddington, how will I save thee? Woo.
Escape is impossible.
I saved Paddington. It's close. We made it.
Escape is impossible. Sapphire waters.
Okay. Should learn how to talk and do this at the same time, but
Escape is impossible.
oof. Okay, come on, get some hits in here.
The future cannot be denied.
Try to get that last hit on. Probably should have waited a split second longer.
Escape is impossible.
This is Ouch City population me. Yeah. Oh no is right. I'll just get the range of that swipe a little bit further. Is that hitting it? No, it's not.
Escape is impossible.
Just do what we do best. We're gonna claw Jewel in the face and. Let's get these.
Escape is impossible.
Oh no.
Escape.
We're getting there. I need a little more damage, I think. Slow going. Hit for like 300 a pop. Come on.
Escape is impossible. The future cannot be denied. Dang it.
Oh my god.
Escape is impossible.
Yes, positioned okay there. Get a little berserk going. And of course, yeah! Oh, I forgot I had culling! I did it! Oh. Thank you to whoever that was. Thank you, Magic. 5-month resub. Much appreciated. Hop Tub stream when I offered to do one of those a while ago. No one was interested. I don't know why. Okay, let's go back and see what I missed. Are the new dungeons going to be longer, shorter, the same length as the current one? They're relatively similar. There's certain things that could be longer or shorter, depending. I don't know how to say that. Oh, wrong era. Wrong era. Are we just in the shield? I don't think we care about the helmet, do we? I mean, let's just do it. That all reds are endurance, I think. Sad chew. Damage the boss. I'm trying! Out of the puddles right where you need to stand for the beam jump rope, you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, I realized I was doing this. Mike the dev who's super awesome at boss mechanics. Show us how it's done. Sets alarm for 8:30 in the morning. We'll be back to see how it's getting on. You know, it took a while, but I got there, okay? Fun fact, the Winnie the Pooh theme became public domain. Oh, can we get a Winnie Bear skin that plays the theme when he's active? That's really cool. I didn't know that. I'd love to. I don't know if it fits the world well enough. I think the boss should get more prominent greenish effect when she is receiving healing from the fountain to make it more obvious. Yeah, that's a good point. Or like a buff bar icon. Which now the buff bar icons, when you mouse over them, it actually tells you what they do. Yeah. Oops. Not a lot of great stuff there. For me anyways. That's fine. Let's head back to the Dargans. Do y'all ever plan to introduce a way for community to create a unique game? I've been seeing an idea for a while now. We'd love to, and we might. Right now, we're still catching up on the ones that we have pending from the people who were buying them before. So we're still catching up on those first, and we're not going to open it up again until we've caught up on that. Because we know there are quite a few, and there's a bit of a problem where like there might be more people who want to do it than we can accommodate, and so like how do you pick the people for that? So there's a lot of problems there, but I mean, we get some of our best unique designs in the game, like really fantastic ones that are iconic for the game, that are really interesting, and I think have done really great things for the game that introduce new mechanics, all sorts of stuff, have been supporter uniques, which is great. They take a long time to do and get just get like all the stuff nailed down and tidied away, and there's a lot more of a so quite often what we can do is someone can just be like, this is what's happening with it, this is what's happening with it, and it just happens and it just starts to go. When you're working with like a community member who's building their unique, they have a vision for, sometimes there's wrenches that get thrown into that, because like we'll say like, okay, I really want to do this, and we're just like we can't do that, or we won't do that because there's some like universe disconnect. I remember there was I think I can say this because they're close to the team, but someone wanted to have an ice cream cone as an item, and like the item was actually really cool, but we just can't do the visuals of just like an ice cream cone because it doesn't quite fit the universe properly. So we had to scrap that idea, unfortunately, because it's a cool item. I'll try and power through one more of these. Downsides of the short drop-off time for Berserk and mechanics. Pass face. Yeah. Berserk was not doing much for me there, that's for sure. Maybe like some sort of mechanic where it's like if you take a certain size hit, it like refreshes Berserk. That'd be cool. Might be a little on theme too. Don't want to complicate mechanics too much. A little tricky sometimes. Oh yeah, that was a good charge right there. Managed to get Frenzy from Maelstrom double proc. That was a good one. Get back, get over here. Get over here. Ooh, yeah. It's gonna leave a mark. I can just go. Like, what do I have left to kill? What's the art on the right of the screen? I must be making a cuppa when you put that up. That is a new unique item. And the hint I gave to what it was that you'll never be able to guess what slot it goes in. And we had some really good guesses. There was memory. Someone guessed like a catalyst, I think. If they didn't, it's wrong. A bunch of things people guessed. No, I don't think I didn't see any guesses that were right. That boss kill deserves a leak. I got nothing else for you. Sits. Sits. Oh yeah, I'll mention this again. All the donations from the stream this month, going to our charity as usual. But this month we are matching donations up to $10,000. So yeah, that's a little special this month. We won't do that every month. When can I buy EHG stocks? We don't have any. We don't have any publicly trading plans at the moment. Yeah, Berserk uptime was an issue there. Yeah. That was the thing that stopped me from doing this. Well, can I squeak one more in? Might be able to. Let's try and squeak one more in. Right? Why not? Right? You know, invited to the EHG IPO in 2028. That's a little ways off. Oh, nice. It's pretty close. Oh, it fell off. I thought I clicked on something and I didn't. I gotta get that to pull instead of push. Pretty close to that, I think. How close are we, actually? Halfway. LeCon first? Yeah. I'll be down with that. I loved going to conventions. Back when conventions were a thing. That was so much fun. Like, not only from just like getting to show off the game and see people's reactions in person, but also just like getting to see all of the other stuff that was there. It was so cool. I'd never been to the first convention I went to, like big gaming, like I did some local ones, but like the first like really big gaming convention I went to was as with 11th Hour Games for Last Epoch, and it was wild. All right, that will just about do it for us today. I had a wonderful time. I hope you did too. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Right at the under the wire. Heavy has used 100 bits. Thanks for all the donations, everyone that's here. Those lines get me every time. I hope to see everyone here next week as well. I'll be same time, same place, answering more questions. If you have any more questions that you'd like answered, something we just didn't get to, something I missed, if you are watching this on a replay and would like to know where to go to ask questions, our Discord is a fantastic place to go. Links down below. Our forums, Reddit, other places that are all links down below would be fantastic places to ask questions, and we do our best to answer as many of them as we can. Yeah. Thanks for coming by. I had a blast.